It's a very special day today because my friend Jake Briggs, who owns the Mark II Rally Escort, which you might have seen in a previous video, lent me his Lotus Elise S2. So this is an S2, Lotus Elise S2 111S, I believe this is. I've never driven one of these before. It's going to be an experience. We're going to have a little walk around it, take a look at the bits it's got to offer. It's a very light car, around 800 kilos, I believe, and it's 120 horsepower. And that doesn't sound much, but with that power to weight ratio, it's got to be something special. A little disclaimer, this is actually 155 brake horsepower. I thought it was 120, I got them mixed up, so 155. Whenever I say it's 120, it's 155. So first off, these look like nothing else on the road, in my opinion. We've got the 17-inch alloy wheels. We have massive vent in the side, quite a wide car, even though it's a very small car. The rear end on these looks absolutely fabulous. I think the rear end's the main attraction of the car. We've got the two pipes, which suit it perfectly. The Ferrari style lights, which also look the part. And yeah, it's just a very small, wide little go-kart. We've got a bit of protection on for the stone chips around the side. And the mirrors are quite a small masterpiece. Right, okay, let's see what she's packing behind the rear seats. We'll lift the bonnet up and have a look at the engine. The K-Series engine. So, this is the Rover K-Series engine. People say this is not the most reliable engine for this car, but this has been fine for Jake so far. The head gaskets tend to go and a few other little bits, but so far so good. And it packs a punch in a car of this stature. Let me tell you that right now. Right, let's take a look inside the car and then go for a little drive. First off, getting in this thing is a challenge in itself, especially with the roof on. We've chosen for the roof off because it's starting to rain and we thought we'd chance it. I don't know if you can get in like this when the roof's on, but off it's easy. So first off, this is tiny. The seats, quite hard. On the coccyx bone if you sit right to the back there anyway, but if you just relax a little bit, they're quite nice actually. Very buckety. The steering wheel is absolutely tiny. It's a nice colour in here. It's like a beige and black and silver, and I don't know if that's standard or not, but it looks a bit like a flock dash, that. It looks quite nice. The gear stick, as you can see, is also tiny. The shaft is quite a lengthy shaft there. And it's quite notchy, which makes it more fun to drive. But yeah, the seats, nice. There's not really much storage space. You've got a bit of storage space behind. You've actually got a little boot at the back where the roof goes in. That sits in there nicely. We've got an aftermarket CD player. We've got all the vents that you need to blow hot air into your face when it's cold outside. And we've got some speakers, which I didn't expect them to be there. But they are. And a fire extinguisher just down there, just in case there's any problems with that K-Series engine, which there shouldn't be, touch wood. This thing does not come with electric windows. You have manual windows. All the better. I think, oh no, they're vents as well. They're vents for the window. I thought they were speakers at first glance, but no, they're vents. Yeah, so this is quite a small car. And, whew, yeah, it's going to be fun to drive. Right, we're about to go out for a drive, but the rain is starting to get heavier, and this is not my car, so we're going to put the roof on and test that out, because we didn't want to do that, but we're going to have to. This is a little tuition, actually, on how to install an Elise roof. First off, you get your metal rods. These arrows, I believe, go to the front of the vehicle. And we'll get these in first. We might have to involve camera lady Faye here, because I don't know if I can do this on my own. We'll soon see. I believe these just bend a little bit into place and lock in there. Is that the right way up? I think it is. I believe it is. We're doing this for you, Jake. We don't want your seats getting wet. Whether it's done right is a different story. Right, okay, this is where it gets a little trickier. I don't know what's the front and the back. Should I put it on first and then roll it out? I need to open this door, I think. Well, we did take this off. We took this off at Jake's house. No, there's a bit, it's the wrong way around. It's the wrong way around. Right, okay. This is the wrong way. Can you just pass that, please, camera lady? Thank you. Figured out now that it goes this way. How the f do you do this? if anybody knows how to do this, will you...
A lever though, is that here or is that to take it off?
Yeah, that's to take it off, but also probably to put it on, but I don't know. I can't get it to clip in without feeling like I'm going to break something. Break something, excuse my Yorkshire accent there. Right, this is blowing our minds. We can't seem to get it on right and I don't want to break anything. There's a cable at the back. I don't want to risk it. We're going to take the roof off. It's stopped raining for a couple of minutes and we're going to go for a drive before it starts chucking it down. So let's put this back in the boot. Right, let's see what this bad boy's got because it's raining and we need to get back and get the roof on. We don't want to soak Jake's car, do we? First time I've driven one, apart from just round the corner to that place. So let's see what she's about. Oh! Holy moly, this is very analog. It's a bit wet now, so I've got to be careful. I don't want to get too overconfident with it. It's like a little go-kart, this thing. It's just like a little go-kart. You can imagine this thing in the bends is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, she's got EBC green stuff pads all round, or on the rears actually, I'm not sure if they're all round. The brakes are quite stiff and firm. Quite a bit firmer than my BMW brakes. It takes some getting used to. The first thing you notice in this thing is how revvy it is. It's literally a little blip of the acceleration and then she goes. Just getting used to the foot pedals because they're quite close together. The brake's quite close to the accelerator pedal. But we're on a straight now and we can see... Oh. We can see how she goes. Bloody hell! Fucking hell! Sorry for sorry for my swearing. Oh, I can't believe this has only got 120 brake horsepower. I'm hoping you can hear me because it's loud in here without the roof on. I can see why Jake bought this. This is very, very fun. He said the gearbox is a little bit notchy and it feels a bit like a bit of Weetabix. Yeah, it does a little bit, but that doesn't matter. That does not matter at all because this thing flies. It's currently a cold winter's day with the roof off and my neck is now absolutely freezing, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Now, it's a bit wet. We're not gonna go mental. And the tyres, can't imagine, are the grippiest things right now. But, oh, holy moly, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's put a smile on my face anyway, I'll tell you that right now. I did not expect this. Normally I drive BMWs, I know a lot about BMWs, I'm not clued up on things like these, but I can see why they're the track day choice and I can see why a lot of people take them to the tracks. This thing in the bends would be absolutely insane with 800 kilogram weight and that little engine right behind your head. I don't think it's quite a daily, but it don't need to be. Saying that in summer, I'll be out in this every single day. The steering, very direct. The steering wheel's tiny, obviously, as you've seen. A little movement of the steering and she's pointing and darting where you want to go. That feels really responsive. The brakes, yeah, they're a bit stiff, but they work well. The throttle pedal's ridiculous. It kind of reminds me of a little Japanese car, actually. Very responsive. And apart from the cold neck, the seats are very comfy now. Hold you in tight around the bends anyway. There's no knocks or bangs. It drives like, well, it should really. There's a couple of little rattles from the interior, but I believe that's just a standard procedure for one of these cars. Now we're gonna go back up that road because I'm not gonna lie to you, really want to feel the power again. Oh, we've got a Mini Cooper in front of me. Is it a Mini S? Doesn't matter when you've got one of these bad boys. Yeah, it does. They're slowing us down now. And the camera's actually running out of memory, I believe, but not to worry. This needs to go to a track ASAP, I reckon. Jake's a rally driver, he rallies the Mark II Escort, but he needs to set this to a track. Will this move me away from BMW as a weekend fun car? Potentially. I fancy another M3, like an E92, but I don't know if I could get a Lotus, but something like this is different, and I'm speechless. Right, we're going to head back to Jake's now because it's raining. Sorry, it's not been an extensive review when driving, but the camera's dying and it's raining in, and it's not my car. Oh, get it in gear. Bit of wheel spin there. What a machine. What an absolute beast. Pleasure to drive. I need to drive this again when it's sunny. Right, okay. We'll head back now and finish off the video. So I'm getting rather wet now. Oh. Right. If you've ever thought about buying one of these things, do get one, because they're fantastic to drive and a lot of fun. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.